DC's #1 recording studio.
Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea.
It's Thursday night tea.
With Anthony. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea.
It's Thursday night tea.
With Anthony. Thursday night tea. With Anthony. News, sports, truth with comedy. Community mixed with a little celebrity. Every Thursday night at 6 in the evening. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. With Anthony. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea.
It's Thursday night tea.
With Anthony. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea.
It's Thursday night tea.
With Anthony. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea.
It's Thursday night tea.
With Anthony. Welcome! We are here! And I feel like Oprah! Welcome to Thursday Night Tea, where apparently we are switching it up today. I'm at the couch. We're here at in the District of Columbia, Listen Vision Studios, and I have an estrogen-filled show today. Give it up for estrogen! Yo, this show is going to be amaze balls. In the house, we have Andy Buster. We have Gina Brown. We have Nikki Fuse. We have Heather Moore. And give it up for Katie McKelvey. And last but not least, Abraxas. I know so many ladies in here today. Makes me wish I had a vagina. Yo, we have an amazing show today. We also have Liz Barlow here today, a writer from the Huffington Post, who's also a comedian. Some of these ladies are going to burn the stage up today, so stay tuned. Share, share, share. We're going to be talking about Monique. We're going to be talking about ladies in comedy, period, underpaid, underserved. Tune in. Thank you, everyone. We're going to go pay these bills right quick, and we're going to come back with more Thursday Night Tea with Anthony. The Lock Love Salon. We're located at 402 8th Street Northeast, Washington, D.C., right in the heart of the capital. Come in. Let me introduce you. Welcome to Lock Love Salon. We here at Lock Love are an award-winning natural hair care salon that focuses on natural hair care and lock artistry. We believe in the inherent beauty of natural hair and take a more of an educational, holistic approach to natural hair to preserve hair quality and assure healthy growth. We have an in-salon marketplace stocked to the core, full of essential products to promote healthy hair, which we also use ourselves. All of our stylists are well-versed in all things natural hair care. Locks, extensions, flat twist updos, kid styles. We are here to promote your best you. Come to Lock Love so you can be locked in love, and we'll see you beyond the red door. Welcome to Lock Love Salon. We're located at 402 8th Street Northeast, Washington, D.C., right in the heart of the capital. Come in, let me introduce you. Welcome to Lock Love Salon. We here at Lock Love are an award-winning natural hair care salon that focuses on natural hair care and lock artistry. We believe in the inherent beauty of natural hair and take a more of an educational, holistic approach to natural hair to preserve hair quality and assure healthy growth. We have an in-salon marketplace stocked to the core, full of essential products to promote healthy hair, which we also use ourselves. All of our stylists are well-versed in all things natural hair care. Locks, extensions, flat twist updos, kid styles. We are here to promote your best you. Come to Lock Love so you can be locked in love, and we'll see you beyond the red door. We are back here at Listen Vision Studios here in the capital, the District of Columbia, at Thursday Night Tea with Anthony. I'm up here with these amazing, beautiful ladies, women in comedy, and we're going to be talking about some of the topics that are prevalent in the news today. We're going to be talking about Hope Hicks. We're going to be talking about Mary J. Blige, talking about Walmart and Dick's, Black Panther, and we're also going to be talking about women in comedy. Welcome to the show, ladies.
Thanks for having us.
Oh,
Thank you.
Definitely, most definitely. I don't know. I feel different than when I have male people, males on the show. I don't know. You guys have a great energy.
It's a lot warmer.
That's why you should probably run the country. So first, talking about running the country, Hope Hicks leaves the White House. I think we have a beautiful, gorgeous picture of her with her hair flowing.
That's just Heather.
Yeah. Oh, that's Heather. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, but I like Heather's hair better. Yes, she is the White House press secretary. Well, she was. And this is why I love to research. You know, on the surface, I was like, oh, she's the press secretary, and she's just resigning because she's just tired of it. So she's actually been, they have been interviewing her, the special counsel, and I think she was in there for 8 hours. 8 hours. Yeah, yes, 8 hours. She confessed that she has told little white lies. I don't know what those are. I just know lies, period. I didn't know they had, like, colors to them and stuff like that. Like, you know, like, oh, big or little. I didn't know you could weigh them. So she did tell little white lies. And, I mean, I don't know. What a little lie. She said that she was actually on the jet when they had that meeting with the Russians, and they said that it was about adopting children. Right. Come to find out it was really about Hillary and how to trash her in the election. That doesn't seem like a little lie to me. It seems like a big one, regardless of the color. Yes, somebody. Yeah, that's so funny you said that because I have a picture of her and Donald Trump hugging, and you can. It's scripted, and you can actually read what they're going to. Yep, because they're trying to send her upstream. I promise you.
Evil stepmom a little bit.
She's
young, but she looks like an evil stepmom.
Oh, definitely Cinderella's mom, the recent one, the recent Disney one. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I tried to get this image. It was like a bingo card with all of his cabinet, and they had him like marked off.
But she's been in the White House longer than anyone else, and she's only lasted a year.
I mean, she has zero political experience.
Right.
Like a year.
But she was a model.
Yeah, she was a model, which is a plus. Yeah. Oh, yes, which is definitely a plus. But yeah, just like Trump, she didn't have any political experience. I mean, you have no experience. You have to have 3 years of experience to be the manager at the Waffle House. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay. Yeah. So, for real. Like and a lot of people that he hired for the White House had no experience.
Just like him.
Yeah, definitely just like him.
Right. So what's a little white lie then? Like, Donald Trump, you look good today? Like, what's a little...
Well, I feel like that's a big lie. That's
an orange lie.
That's an orange lie. Yeah. Oh, definitely. I don't know what these people are thinking. They're all liars. They're all in it for the money. But guess who doesn't have any money? Mary J. Blige. Oh, sorry, Mary. So that's Mary J. Blige and her estranged husband, Kendu, who was also her manager. They're going through a divorce, and he's suing her for alimony. And I think he's asking for like some astronomical amount, like maybe like $50,000 a month or something like that.
Whoa.
Ooh.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
I mean, not $50,000 a year, like a
I
normal
don't know
person.
how you spend that money. Like, I don't even know if you tried how you would do
Well, apparently he takes his mistress out
that. Right.
on vacations with Mary J. Blige's money. So she's fighting in court against the alimony. So, of course, all of her financial records are exposed. So, she's just nominated for an Oscar for her role in Mudbound. But she said that she didn't receive, her payout was bigger than her intake. So she didn't have any money from that. The only money that she's getting is from touring. And she's $25 million in debt with the record company for advances.
Whoa. You can't pay that back.
Wow.
$25 million in advances from the record company.
The music industry is just criminal.
Yeah.
Right? I mean,
So is the comedy industry.
And her,
somebody's chiming in
Yeah,
there
from
and saying
com-
that the
yeah,
comedy
exactly.
industry
Might even be
is,
a little
too,
bit worse.
right?
yeah, thank you, Marcus, Keith, Mac, Glenn McDonald is watching. Thank you, Assad, brother. I appreciate you tuning in. You have to know, and her husband was her manager. You have to know the business.
Yeah.
Even your own business. And guess what? She doesn't own her masters. She doesn't own any of her music.
Oh no.
So the only money that she's getting is from touring.
She's got to go on tour.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what
Every month,
but she's known as.
50,000.
I know. And cut back. Scale back, Mary.
Yeah.
My prayers are with you, but get in that business. I love comedy, but I'm also on the business end of it too, to make sure that I get all of my coins. And I want the women to get all of their coins.
Yes.
So Walmart and Dick's. The Florida shooting happened, 17 people, assault rifles. The students are walking out, doing demonstrations. They just voted in Florida over the bill that was supposed to ban assault rifles. They voted to concentrate on the reduction of porn in Florida because porn kills.
More
Right.
important.
Of course, porn kills. So, Dick's Sporting Goods and Walmart. So Dick's is going to no longer carry assault rifles, period. They pulled them off the shelves. They pulled them off their website.
Yeah.
Shout out to Dick's for doing something.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? For
something.
doing something.
Yeah.
The CEO said that he felt moved by the students themselves. And now they raised the limit that you can buy guns at Dick's, Walmart, and I just heard Kroger's. Who even knew that you could buy guns at Kroger's? I thought it was a grocery store,
It's
but
like a spatula and a
yeah,
gun. I mean,
definitely.
yeah.
And
Right?
I'd like a spatula and a sawed off. No,
Right.
yeah.
Those kids are doing the Lord's work. Seriously, those
Literally,
kids are awesome.
Yeah.
literally.
I mean, nothing's been able to move the needle, and they're doing it.
And they're
So it's
doing
great.
it. Shout out to the kids in Florida. Shout out to the kids in Florida. So you can at Walmart, Kroger, and Dick's, you can't buy assault rifles, but you can you have to be 21 in order to purchase, which actually is
Yeah.
the federal law anyway. The federal
Oh,
law
I didn't
is
realize that.
21, and then states have the ability to do whatever, and they can buy other guns other than assault rifles under 21, but now it's 21 and up. So I'm just glad to see movement from that. I really wanted to highlight that. Thanks. Shout outs to Dick. Shout out to Walmart. Shout out to Kroger's. Yeah. Where you can also get a ribeye and parsnips. So Black Panther, Wakanda Forever,
Yeah.
has raked in, I think tomorrow it's $800 million
Wow.
worldwide. 800 million?
That's amazing.
That's
Such a good movie.
amazing.
That's an astronomical, in the
Yeah.
first 2 weeks. I think it's number 20 of all time highest grossing
Really?
movies of all time.
Wow.
So shout out to the cast of Black Panther. Shout out to Ryan Coogler, who directed it and produced it. Great time. So we're going to take a break right quick. We're going to come back and talk to these beautiful, amazing women who are women in comedy. And we're going to go pay these bills. And we'll be right back with more Thursday Night Tea with Anthony.
Oh my God, it's like I woke up and I was a comedian. And then it was like I had my own show. It's crazy. Thursday tea. Thursday night. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. Thursday night. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. Thursday night. Thursday night tea. 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 Thursday. 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 Hey, I said Thursday. Thursday night tea. A Thursday night tea. I said, oops, it's Thursday night tea. Oops, it's Thursday night tea.
We're back with Thursday Night Tea with Anthony, and we have some beautiful women in the house. I feel like I need to sing everything now.
Yes, please
Women
do.
in comedy. Women in comedy. Do like a little an opera. So we have with us an organization called Women in Comedy. It is pretty much self-explanatory. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having us.
Most
Thank
definitely.
you, thank you.
You guys are out of DC, correct?
Yes.
The
Yes.
DMV.
Yep.
So tell me about your positions in Women of Comedy.
So I'm the president of the DC chapter of Women in Comedy, and we were founded about a year ago at this point. So we're the first of the group, and this is the first year that we've been here in DC. It's based out of Chicago. We've got chapters in New York and LA. Basically for this, I've been helping to do operations and organize our events. So we have an event coming up March 9th. It's called Love Letters to Yourself.
I think we have an image of that. A
And-
love letter to myself. Friday,
Yes.
March 9th at 7:30. And where is it? It's
At Woolly Mammoth Theater.
Woolly
down-
Mammoth Theater,
Yeah,
and
it's
that's
right
on
on
D Street
Eventbrite.
Northwest.
Yep.
And it's on Eventbrite.
If you want tickets.
Shout out to is that Bag Magazine, who's one of the
Tag
sponsors?
Magazine, they're
Tag,
awesome. They have
Tag.
been our exclusive media sponsor for like 2 of our events. Like before we were unknown, and they're just incredible. So we're really appreciative to them. Woolly Mammoth is an awesome venue, and it's right off of Chinatown Metro. It's next Friday. Hopefully you guys can come out, get tickets on Eventbrite.
It's not just for women. There are women performers, but it's also, men and women can attend. So
Definitely.
we'd
So you
love to
definitely-
see everyone there.
Yeah, it's open to all. Women in comedy, especially, and it's been a lot in the news lately.
Right.
Especially with Monique, Wanda Sykes, Tiffany Haddish, Amy Schumer. Just being a comedian myself, I know that the ratio of men to women is higher. Do you, and I want for the panel, and I also want our fellow comedians over there at the Illuminated desk. Where do women stand in comedy? Like when just my personal view, when I look at your male counterparts, like the kings of comedy, we can talk about Martin Lawrence, Steve Harvey, Cedric the Entertainer. We can talk about Jerry Seinfeld. They all have these huge platforms. Where are the women, other than Ellen?
We could also talk about the nicest way to put it is a scummy person like Louis C.K. And
Yeah, that's why I didn't bring up his name.
if you want to talk about the disparity of women performing,
Yes.
you have to think about what goes on backstage
Exactly.
and what might turn women away from performing.
There are a lot of male gatekeepers, I think, in the comedy world. I mean,
Yes.
there are a lot more female producers, female showrunners now, and a lot more female comics, from what I understand. I mean, I'm kind of a newbie in that area, but there is like a gatekeeper function where there are a lot of guys who run shows who I think some of it is just they're just not thinking. They're just not thinking, okay, we need to really have like a diversity of folks on our showcase, or we need to make sure that women are represented. And so our organization is really trying to connect women and advocate for them and empower them, and to work with folks who do run shows to kind of help them understand what the issues are that women are facing. And for example, like we have a spreadsheet, just a little thing, a spreadsheet of women in the area who do comedy. And if folks, who run shows are looking for females that would be right for their show, we can share that with people.
Oh, definitely.
That's just one example.
Oh,
Of something
definitely.
That we can do.
I know a lot of promoters that can use that list. Shout out to Kim Lavone, who runs Improbable Comedy. Frankie French, who does Broadway over at the Draft House. Paris Sachet, who runs Love and Laughter. All women in comedy and all women here in the DMV. I mean, men are creepy and misogynistic.
I didn't
Like,
say it.
for me personally,
Yeah.
it's a no-brainer. I hate to go to a show and it's just a sausage fest. You know what I'm saying?
You do?
Where's my bell? Oh my God, I don't have my bell. That was a good one. Contrary to popular belief, we'll save the sausages for later. But on a show, I love variety and diversity.
It's
And
the
I just
spice
don't
of life.
see it.
Yeah,
It is.
and it's something great. Oh, go ahead.
No, you go
It's
ahead.
something great about the DC area. I feel like there's so much diversity here in so many
Yes,
ways.
It is.
And
That's what DC is.
exactly.
Diversity.
And so it's awesome to be in a position that there are a lot of women out there, and there is a lot of diversity. So it's like just reminding people that we're there, and to just be cognizant of that, and to help women advocate for themselves.
The pay gap. How do you guys feel about that? I know that it's not only Monique, you know what I'm saying? Wanda Sykes, who is a beast, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying, was offered $250,000 for a special. Also, Shonda Rhimes, like Ryan
saw that,
Murphy,
yeah.
Ryan Murphy, who's a super creep, also got a $300 million deal, while Shonda Rhimes got $100 million. The disparity. Like, what can I do as a man?
Well, I would say, first of all, this is not just in comedy. This is across the board in everywhere that a
Every
woman...
industry.
Yeah, every industry there is. Like, I'm a scientist in my day job, and I was asking one of my fellow best friends who's also a scientist, I was like, hey, I gotta make some jokes about science. What should I make fun of? And she was like, the wage gap. And I was just like, that's just...
It's everywhere. Yeah.
so not funny.
It transcends. But clearly it
You know?
transcends.
And yeah.
Yeah.
So, but that was immediately the first thing that she wanted me to talk about. And I was just like, that's telling, So that's where it starts, is it's everywhere. So if we can start as a society to understand that women are humans too.
Crazy.
That's shocking, Nikki.
I know. Like, who would think, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I think that it crosses over because
Talk to the mic.
who has traditionally owned and or run businesses, right? So it's less about comedy and it's more about the business. Comedy just happens to be this particular business that we all share, but it's everywhere. So I think you take a step back, probably a few steps back, right? A few steps back, and you'll see that you have to solve for that first. And I think the men know that we're here. It's not that they don't know that we are available to do comedy, right? And you don't need that beautiful spreadsheet. They see us, they know. It's just...
And people are actually asking for the spreadsheet. Jordan knows.
Jordan, I got
Jordan's like, give me the spreadsheet.
I don't know
What's
if
up,
I'm on the
man?
spreadsheet.
Thank
Am I
you,
on the
Kellen.
spreadsheet?
Yeah, I think they
You're
know.
not Gina Brown on the spreadsheet.
But I think
Yeah.
it's also that you tend to lean towards people who look like you and talk like you and feel like you, and so that's across the board, no matter what you do, right?
And then there you go.
Absolutely.
That's also called the boys' club.
Yeah.
Comedy, right?
Yeah.
You book your fucking friends.
Oh.
Sorry, am I supposed to say that?
It's okay.
bell?
Yeah. Well, your last name is spelled F-U-C-H, so we'll just, you know, sorry, sponsors.
Never be picked up by the FCC.
I'm so sorry.
It's an emotional subject. I get it.
Yeah.
You know, it's definitely emotional. How do you feel about? I don't know. How do you feel about Monique, the whole Monique situation?
She deserves more money. Look
I
how
mean,
long
even
she's
Amy
been
Schumer
around.
didn't get what she got. Like initially, she had to go back and was like,
Right.
"Look, like you know,
I'm
run me
selling
my
out
money."
arenas. And,
Yeah.
Right.
She definitely deserves more. I think that this is why the onus is on women sometimes and others who are marginalized to create their own.
Yeah.
Because if you wait for somebody
Yes.
to move you
That's
up
so
where you
important.
want to be,
Yes.
you'll never get there. You just need to create your own.
Definitely.
And
That's a
why I
good
think
point.
it's really important to have organizations like Women in Comedy, spaces where women can really support each other, because who knows better than us? Right?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Already got an applause break.
I know. Oh my. Yes. So, what can you leave with us today about women in comedy? What's the lasting impression that you want our viewers to know about women in comedy?
Good.
Oh, that's a good question.
I mean, 2017 was a big year for women, right? We had the Women's March, starting off with the Women's March. We had
Yes.
Me Too. We had a lot going on, and we're just trying to, move with that momentum, try to connect women. This event that we're having on March 9th is part of that endeavor. We're trying to fundraise for our organization so we can put on more events for women to help advocate and connect and empower women in comedy.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Yo, that was amazing. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for being on the panel today, discussing women in comedy. We're gonna take a quick break, and we're gonna come back with some women in comedy. Yay! Stay tuned for more Thursday Night Tea with Anthony.
Anthony, woo!
Oh my God, it's like I woke up and I was a comedian. And then it was like I had my own show. It's crazy. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. Thursday night. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. Thursday night. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. Thursday night. Thursday night tea. 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 Thursday. 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 Hey, I said Thursday. Thursday night tea. A Thursday night tea. I said, oops, it's Thursday. It's Thursday night tea. Oops, it's Thursday. It's Thursday.
We're back with more Thursday Night Tea with Anthony. Oh, I don't know why I feel like singing, but I have an amazing, hilarious comedian for you today. She's going to set the stage ablaze. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Katie McKelvey.
Thank you. All right, so I'm a mom. Anyone else a parent here? Oh, right. Okay, so you know my pain.
I know
I'm
it
totally sleep deprived right now.
Yes.
Like having kids makes you so tired. Like, have you ever been going to the bathroom and then all of a sudden you realize you haven't pulled your underwear down? And then you're just like, forget it, I'm just going to keep going. Yeah, I've done that twice. So,
Twice.
well, yeah, sleep deprivation is a real thing. It's actually a torture tactic, a real military torture tactic that they use, okay? And I am such an upper middle class white woman that I compare my sleep issues to Abu Ghraib. But so when my kids were little, when they were super little, I was so tired. I was just angry. I was angry at everybody, especially my husband. I wanted to kill him.
It's his fault.
And so I did. R.I.P. Sad, very sad. In my defense, he left me at home with 2 babies, and he went to the Safeway. And from the Safeway, I got a phone call. Katie, where do they keep the Ziploc bags here? I have so many questions. So many questions right now, like, how do you have a job? But then I realized that, peeing in your pants isn't really all that professional either. So, yeah, his remains can be found in aisle 9. Yeah, so I don't know if you guys remember, but 2 weeks ago was a holiday weekend. If you're a parent, you remember that 3-day long weekend. If you don't have kids, it's like, oh, weekend. If you have kids, it's like tick, 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 tick. Like, I realized over holiday weekend that I love my kids for about 4 hours a day. And then I start to love other things like a whole lot more, like alcohol and kidnappers. So yeah, my kids can smell weakness the 3rd day of a long weekend. So I'm laying in bed at 5:30 in the morning, and my oldest one, my 8-year-old, comes in. Boop, 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 boop. He's like, give it to me. I'm like, what? He's like, your phone. All right, here's the phone. Take it. And he just like scuttles away like, my precious. So an hour and a half later, he comes back. Boop, 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 boop. And I look at my phone. He has ordered $500 worth of Legos on my phone from 19 different Chinese companies. It was almost worth it for that precious, precious sleep. So yeah, I tried to then think of a way that he could earn money aside from taking my money. So we came up with a lemonade stand, which is a great entrepreneurial idea, right? So he made the sign. I made the lemonade. We go out to the corner, and I look down. I'm like, buddy, why does your sign spelled lemon AID? And he's like, because if people think we're giving the money to charity, they'll buy more lemonade. So we made a lot of money that day. So yeah, I've been out of the game for a long time. I've been married for 10 years as of January.
Woo!
Yeah. Yeah. But, something happened the other night that kind of, made me think maybe I can get back in it. There was this guy, I'm driving, and I park at a red light. I stop at a red light, and this guy on a bike, this millennial kind of preppy guy, he is on a bike, and he goes right across me on the crosswalk, and he locks eyes with me. And he's like, he pops a wheelie as he's staring at me in the face. Like he's in a Western with a messenger bag on with piercing blue eyes. I have to admit, I got a little bit of a tingle. I was feeling a tingle, and I was like, I still got it, right? I still got it. And by it, I mean an affinity for douchebags. All right, thanks a lot. I've been Katie McKelvey.
Now, where can we find you on social media?
I am on Instagram at katie.mckelvey, and I'm on Twitter at Katie McComedy.
Give it up for Katie, ladies and gentlemen. Also coming next to the stage, we have Andy Boston.
Oh, hey, ladies. Hey. Happy first day of March. Yeah, I'm really happy the holidays are over. I was kind of getting sick of my family. They're all watching at home. Hey, guys. But no, I was getting really sick of my family, and just like during the holidays in general, I mean, everyone's coming back home, right? And I just ran out of excuses to avoid seeing people. So I started spreading this rumor that I went to jail. If you guys could keep that going, I'd really appreciate it. So I'm a bit of a conspiracy theorist. Nothing too crazy, but I ask a lot of questions. And I was recently banned from Olive Garden. Yeah, I think Big Parma is behind this. I know, that one's cheesy. That's cheesy. So, show of hands, anyone here single? Anyone? Yeah? Okay, yeah. No, it's fun, right?
Oh, now we're
Sometimes, mostly. Yeah. I don't know, like when I was single, I was in college, and my mom gave me really good advice. She was like, if you're gonna date, you need to find a man with a good heart, and he will always take care of you. And I took that to heart, and after I graduated, I had a bunch of student loan debt. And I was like, okay, well, now I have time to focus on myself and to make plans. So I started making plans. And I planned my first husband's murder. So I took my mom's advice and I put my own spin on it. I started looking for a man with a bad heart and good-ass life insurance. See, I had this housewife fantasy, he would come home from work and I'd be waiting there for him in my apron and my pearls and nothing else. And he would die and I'd inherit millions. All right, well, thank you so much.
Andy, where can we find you on social media?
Yeah, I'm at Andy_B on Twitter.
Andy_B on Twitter. Give it up for Andy Bosto. Ladies and gentlemen, keep it going for Gina Brown.
Hi guys. Internet radio, right? It's kind of changing the game. Does it add 10 pounds to you? Because you can no longer hide behind that radio voice because they can see you now. So I bumped into a colleague that normally hears me on conference calls and doesn't see me, right? So she bumped into me and she said, Gina? Yes? As she stroked it, is that your hair? And I said, yes. No, I mean, does it come out of your head like that? It does. Oh, all right. Well, you have a good one. So I think it's sort of times like that when you look for support from loved ones. So I called my sister and I said, hey, as you know, the last few months have been kind of rough. And I can't stop wanting to walk into oncoming traffic. And she said, hey, Gina, I'm ordering a pizza right now. Can you call me back later? So that's hashtag support right there. I kind of feel like my future got stuck in my past. Like I kept going right, and I should have just gone left the whole time. And so let's see. I'm 51, and nope. You don't need to clap because I didn't study extra hard to get here. Like I didn't do much, except kind of wait around for like 51 years. So people always say 50 is like the new 30. No, it's not. 30 is still 30, and there is nothing new about 50. 50 has been around a really long time, and now so have I. I think the one good thing about 50, aside from mostly nothing, is that it's all secrets. Like, there's no more. Like, you had secrets, but they're gone. And in part because you can't remember anything. And if you can't remember if it was a secret. So it's kind of like just one big party of information that you should or should not be sharing. Don't you think really happy people just didn't get all of the information? Like, why are you so happy? I read the book, and I know how it ends, and it ain't good. I just think that if you had all the information, you'd be miserable, like me, or protesting, or self-medicating. Information, that's the key to misery, my friends. Bone up. That's my time. Thank you.
Where can we find you?
GinaBrown.com, and then you can see my social from there.
GinaBrown.com. Give it up for Gina Brown. Ladies and gentlemen, we have one last comedian. Give it up for Nikki Fuchs.
Hey everybody, how we doing? We feeling good today? Yeah, cool. In lieu of us being on Facebook Live right now, I was gonna talk about how much I hate Facebook. Yeah, I fucking hate it. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Anyway, I do know that there is one good thing but first, before I say the one good thing about Facebook, I want to know if you guys knew if you were signing up for a diary for the last 14 years. Did you know that was gonna happen? Like, we have record of everything that you've thought on Facebook since you've been alive on Facebook. Like, well, that's so weird. Anyway, I hate everything about Facebook except for that on this day feature, you know, the thing that actually reminds you of everything that you've ever said. Yeah. That, I like to call it my little red flag journal. Yeah. Mostly because it helps me to identify all the toxic patterns in my relationships. So it's pretty beneficial. 1 minute? Okay. Oh, so I'm a scientist in my day job, and everybody's like, you should do science jokes. You should do science jokes. So I made one up. Do you guys want to know what it is? Yes. What did the male scientist say to the female scientist? What? Nothing. He just interrupted her. I'm Nikki Fuchs. Thanks so much.
Yo, you run shows. No, come back up here because you run shows as well. Tell everybody where they can find you.
At nfuchs, NFEWKS on Instagram, Twitter, and then npukes on Facebook.
All right, there you go. Get up for Nikki Fuchs. I'd like to thank all of my guests today: Nikki, Katie, Andy, Gina, Heather, and Abraxas. Thank you all for coming out. Tune in for more Thursday Night Tea with Anthony next week. Spotlight Over the City is coming up next. Thursday Night Tea with Anthony.
Listen, vision. DC's #1 recording studio.
Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea. It's Thursday Night Tea
With Anthony.
Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea. It's Thursday Night Tea.